Hey, what's good, fam? Welcome to another episode of Black Twitter here on BHL. Tonight, we've got Jill Scott lighting up the internet, plus Kim Porter's tragic death, and an update on Too Woke and Black Fishing, plus Tiffany Haddish in some hot water. All coming up right after this. Okay, y'all know that motion?
Oh, we got new music.
Yes.
We got new intro music. Ladies, I see you, Lena. I see you. Show us the double hand twist. Ladies. Can't get nothing past
Get
me.
hot up in here.
Yeah. Don't start nothing
That's
on me.
that's a little tribute to what we're going to be talking about. But hey, what's up, guys? I'm your host, Alina Vision, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host today.
Everybody, your boy LG. Just happy to be here. Ashley,
Yes.
as well as with Alina. Shout out to Raylan, and I'm back on my woke-ish. You know, I'm ready to do like the woke book challenge, push-up challenge. I've been in the gym again. You know, here we go.
Coming with it. We have Ashley joining us.
Hey everyone, you can follow me everywhere at Ashley Gray TV.
That's right. All right, let's get into it. Oh my goodness, Miss Jill Scott. She lit up the internet. Well, she actually didn't do it. So there's a video that was posted of her, and there's an old video.
Oh, that's old?
Yeah, it's old.
Okay.
And it popped up, so she was not the one who posted it. Let's take a look at it. We got it right here. She is performing.
Yes, she is.
Isn't she?
Yeah, so she's performing her 2007, one of her songs from her 2007 album. It's called Crown Royale. And for those of you who are not watching but are listening, she is stimulating, oral sex on the microphone, just going
Just
at it.
black woman excellence right there. That should be the hashtag. We love that.
Hashtag Black Girl Magic.
There you go.
Is it?
You got my vote.
Oh my god! I mean, she's got the ball grab.
Yeah, she does.
She's got everything.
She keeps everything lubricated. She goes, and she's like, I was like,
Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
So-
we know what you like.
It's a
So,
board, you know?
ladies, if you can, what's your handle?
well, hey everybody, your boy
Get up in
Algie,
there.
your boy Algie
my
underscore
gosh.
Jamaica House Film on IG, and then at Jamaica House Doc. Slide into these DMs. I might slide back at
See,
you.
what I found very interesting is that she responded to Black Twitter by saying, y'all must be some kids because I've been doing this at all of my shows. This
I agree.
isn't nothing new. Where y'all been?
Yeah.
So I find it very interesting. I mean, this is just a Jill from the blog. This is what she normally does in all of her shows. So I wasn't really surprised by it. Well, I actually was because I ain't never seen Jill do nothing like this. So I was like, Shazam, honey. Like, well, teach your kids then. I mean, but this is kind of like X-rated for Twitter, just social media
Yeah.
in general, especially like you have kids as young as 9 years old on
Hopping on.
social media. But like you said, she didn't do it.
She wasn't the one. She wasn't the thirsty one that was like, you know how some celebs will just put out something like that.
Right.
That wasn't her. That was not her. What did you think?
Well,
Al?
no, I agree. Women should be sexually liberated. You know, guys. You
all
know,
of a sudden.
But there's always a corollary to that. And granted, we want there to be equal standards, but we're not. We know in the real world it sucks, but there's double standards. But I agree that like Jill Scott has always been able to be conscious or woke and sexual. I think she pulls that out like 360 degrees of a woman, all the way around, every nuance. But woke Twitter, of course, the one point I give them is like, well, dang, like, what about your kids if they got to see it on the internet?
Well, first of all, they don't need to be on the internet anyway. If you're not here, you don't need to be on the internet
Parental
following
controls.
freaking someone simulating oral sex.
But
so
here's
there's
the thing.
that.
It blew up. It was trending. I opened my Twitter and I was like, oh, Jill Scott, #1. What's going on? And I was
Exactly.
like, oh, wow.
I was like, wait. I looked around. I was like, I feel like I'm in trouble. Like I shouldn't be watching this. I was like, what is this? And then she did the whole juggling stuff, and I was like, well, Shazam, that's how you do it. I was like, what? Honey, she took a shower in that. I mean, a shower. I hear that it clears up your skin.
It's good, yeah, protein, But
Protein.
Good. It's ladies.
You know what?
It's one thing to get a man, but she's telling you how to keep a man. Just saying. cook, microphone check.
See,
whatever.
that's where I'm gonna have to pass. Really?
Honey, please.
Okay.
Just saying.
Shout out to Jill. I mean, she's
Yeah.
doing the dang thing. Even after so many years of being in the business, she's still so relevant, and we love her. So
We do. You know what? She actually had something to say on Instagram. If we can pull up that picture, because I think it was so funny. Speaking of, sliding up into the DMs, of course, all sorts of homeboys tried to slide up in her DMs. So she had something to say about that. Right. She's got that Martin character and everything, as you can see in the picture. She said, okay, so some guy, Florida man, said, Jill Scott doing any meet and greets, asking for me. She says, meet and greet, sure. Anything else? Nope. I didn't post that old ass snippet. Piss on whoever who did. I would have at least posted that damn point of it all. Trust there's always a purpose in what I do. My DM's blowing up, and idiots who'll never know what I do for the man I love. Hollering, hey, big head.
Hey, big head, what you
Wasn't
doing?
it? It's Miss Monster Mind and Miss Brilliant Brain Jane. By the way, little men's pata.
Dang.
Bam.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? Emphasis on the man I love. So all y'all little
Yes.
fatty thought, don't take this and go. This is not McDonald's a to-go order where you're gonna just replicate what. No, for the man I love. But that's just me. I'm old-fashioned and traditional. Ow.
Yeah.
Ow, like
I love
what?
it. I love it.
Hey.
You guys, you made a new fan.
Ow, you nasty.
I'm just saying. I'm not even gonna get into the different narratives Twitter went into about the type of women and type of women that. Skinny women of mustaches.
Lord. There was a funny meme that I saw because, the internet always wins. This is from Lisa Michelle, if we could get that up. Netflix and Jill Scott.
Netflix and Jill.
I like that.
Netflix and Jill.
Jill. That's nice. I like that.
That's always good. And this other guy said, if it can come up, Jason Obanoa said, for those of you shocked at Jill Scott video, you obviously don't listen to her music. Those of us who do know Jilly from Philly got mic skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hot take right there. I know we got the bell going on, man, but that one deserves a bell, high five, all that.
I mean, there's
Ding.
nothing to be embarrassed about.
There
It's
we
what
go.
grown people do. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
if you're responsible enough to do it, then hey, enjoy.
It's for the grown
But it
and
might be some
sexy.
There
kids
you
coming out
go.
of that. You better just let it go on your face, honey. I'm just saying.
I knew that's
If
what
you
you
don't want no
like.
kids, because don't.
It's safe sex.
Oh,
Unless you want a facial, then it's free.
In this one? See, my chair keeps scooting over and over.
I know.
Real close. Trying to slide up in her DMs.
Like,
Slide up in her
I just
face.
like what women, tell me what guys like. Ladies, tell me what guys like. You can tell me what you like too, Slide up and tell me. Slide in.
You get some dates off of this. I'm gonna be with you. All right, we're gonna move on to a not so happy topic. Kim Porter passed away this week at the age of 47. She was found in her Toluca Lake house, which is really, really sad and disappointing. And yeah, Diddy's been posting about it. We have actually a tweet up from him. And yeah, what is your guys' take on this?
I mean, it was tragic. I was actually shocked and stunned by the news, and I didn't even really know her like that, even as a celebrity or as we know her as Diddy's baby mom. And I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that a lot of media outlets were just saying like, "Oh, Diddy's baby mom died," but
Right.
honestly, that's how I knew her, and it was just really shocking. Like, she touched so many people without necessarily like being someone who was at the forefront. So it was so I was really, really shocked about this.
And let me tell you why it's such a loss and a tragedy for me, or a guy like me. I always looked at Kim Porter as like someone who was so classy.
Yeah.
She wasn't ratchet.
Right.
Obviously, she knows all of Diddy's dirt from way back then, but she doesn't like blast him on the internet. She didn't do a reality show. Now, I'm sure the flip side is, Diddy's been taking care of her. But, that's what everybody does these days, just for likes. They can, expose you
Right.
just for likes. So I really thought, and she was just like a natural beauty. Just
Oh my gosh,
God.
so gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
So
and you can
gorgeous.
see that in her 2 little girls. So my heart goes out to them. And then you have Quincy, and then she also had another son by Diddy. So
Yeah.
it's just so tragic all around, especially being so young.
Exactly. I got actually the Instagram up from Diddy. Says, for the last 3 days, I've been trying to wake up out of this nightmare, but I haven't. I don't know what I'm going to do without you, baby. I miss you so much. Today, I'm going to pay tribute to you. I'm going to try and find words to explain our unexplainable relationship. We were more than best friends. We were more than soulmates. We were on some other shit. And I miss you so much. Super Black Love.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Ooh, that touched my soul. That super
Right?
black love.
Yes.
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 Positive. But I'm
Yes.
sorry, I gotta
Okay.
come with the Twitter woke conspiracy.
Okay.
theory.
Okay.
This,
Okay, I'm
this ain't
listening.
me. This ain't me. I'm just reporting the news. Obviously, Twitter's always going to have, their conspiracy theories, woke Twitter, and we call that truther. That's all part of the truther community because we tell the truth here, apparently. But the conspiracy theory is that Diddy sacrificed her to maintain his privilege in the Illuminati. It's not the first sacrifice. They said
Well, you know what?
Everybody knows. Everybody
I
knows
am a
Diddy was
lover.
accused of killing Tupac.
I am
Everybody
a lover
knows that.
of
my
conspiracy
God.
I'm just
theories, but
saying.
I don't think that Diddy.
No,
I don't think that Diddy
no.
needs to elevate his career any more than where he is
Is,
at.
yeah.
I think that. But one thing that really was shocking to me, besides
mother
her,
of his children.
yeah,
Come on now.
But
besides
you
her
gotta feed the beast
passing,
if you want to maintain.
That is
if you want to keep your status, you
that
gotta
is
feed
some,
the beast.
that is some conspiracy
beast.
Every
theory.
year. Yeah.
who's the beast?
Hell Satan,
What?
That's what you gotta do if you're in the
should pop her
Illuminati. The Illuminati. If you're in the Illuminati.
In the name of Jesus. in
I'm
the
just
name of Jesus.
reporting the news. I'm not saying I
Save him,
agree.
Jesus. Ooh, don't strike him
God's
down.
gonna strike me down with a
Don't
lightning
strike him
bolt.
down by me. Okay,
Seriously.
listen. I don't know why so many people on Twitter wanted Cassie to be so negative. I thought
Right.
that when she posted what she did on Instagram, it was so beautiful, it was so loving, but people were like surprised that she was so positive. I'm like, what did you expect her to do? Like, tear her down at this horrible moment in Diddy's life and her children's life. So I was really surprised reading
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, Cassie's so mature. Well, duh, this
Exactly.
woman just died. What did you want her to do?
But look at the state of things. We think like that as mature people. I think you shouldn't say anything bad about somebody once if
Yeah.
they die. At least
Yeah.
let them cool off in the grave a little bit before you start talking trash about it. But these days, seriously, it is so negative and toxic out there. Of course, 50 Cent came with this is Puffy's third sacrifice, his murder.
50 Cent did that?
Well, of course, no, you don't know. Oh, 50.
Wait,
he went from,
where was this? Was it on Instagram, Twitter,
50's
or...
a beast. Y'all know 50's a beast on
I got
social
it right
media.
here. Let me
Wait,
pull
hold
it
on.
up.
I think you lying.
He goes from
Is this on
Diddy.
Twitter?
It's either on Twitter or IG.
Let's see. I'm gonna look this up right now. Keep talking.
Okay, 50 goes from my condolences out to Puff, and he's always had this love-hate relationship with Puff. To
He
me,
has
I mean,
a love-hate relationship with
everybody.
everyone.
That's exactly. He's like the bully. So, but and they did business, and I think obviously 50's a troll. So even if it's not personal, he'll find a way to troll you just to get likes.
I gotta
He's
check that
dude.
out.
So he went from going like Diddy, I give you
Okay.
my condolences and love, and I feel sorry, to like within 12 hours later.
What
This
is
is your
tea?
third
Okay.
Illuminati sacrifice. You killed Pac. You killed Wolf. You let your wolf go.
I
Your
don't see
bodyguard
that.
Wolf died. Look, did you go on 50?
Okay, well, yeah, this is
All
his
right.
verified account. This is on his Twitter. He says, okay.
That's the positive one.
This is the positive one. Okay,
Yeah.
it says R.I.P. to Kim Porter. I send my condolences to her friends and family. She was loved and will be missed dearly. I know Puff is hit right now. He loved her for real. Soulmate type shit. Chin up, Puff. Positive vibes only.
Yeah,
He might have
posted that
scrubbed
the
it.
day that
He
he
might
died,
have
that day
scrubbed it. Because I'm saying he did the same thing
Or
when
right
Tupac
now.
died. I'm just saying. All right.
I feel like you in Scientology or something. You a Scientologist.
Well, the numbers say I'm 33 and a third. That you must.
Oh,
That's scary. I'm scared.
Look at who you sit next to.
Can I say it for the record? I don't do the news. I just report it.
I got
right
it.
now, you got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you're reporting. You're giving us the other angle.
Yes,
Exactly,
and it's
some
good. It's
perspective.
good,
Yeah.
see, because I'm going home and I'm going to be like,
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be on
This
that
is the
for
world
sure.
we live in, unfortunately.
yeah.
Right. All right. Moving on, it's your segment, Too Woke. We've got an update on Too Woke.
Yeah, we got a couple of updates on too woke to vote. But before we get there, I just want to give a couple of quick shout outs
Yeah, for
because
sure.
people have been hitting us up in the comment section and reposting. So first off, let me give a shout out to my boy Ernie, my old school homie, Max at Golden Sneakers. He's in my boy in Germany, and my boy
Ooh,
Indy
Germany.
in New York. Indy of V3 Rewind,
hello.
dope producer, my homeboy. So shout out to Indy, and plus Miss Mocha and Frank Humphreys and Lady Goth 2 on YouTube.
Nice.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching us. Leave
Yeah.
comments for sure.
All right, so Layla, you guys want to hear all the woke stuff from the woke-mosphere, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
All right, let's pull up the first one. The first one is update on. Well, do you want to do update on the recount, or do you want to do blackfishing first? It doesn't matter.
Let's do blackfishing first.
Okay, so we'll do an update on blackfishing. For those of you who tuned in last week, blackfishing or hashtag blackfishing is the name given to the concept of white women, darkening their skin with makeup and altering their hair texture to look black. And that's always been a thing, but they finally gave it a name.
Now she's got thumbs.
Yeah.
I can see.
So yeah, I'm just saying. I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying.
Yeah, okay,
So
go on.
and to give her counterpoint, I understand that black women, black people, men, everybody, we all to a certain degree. Raylan was last week talking about like how we have to do certain things to assimilate, to live in this society, to keep a certain job. But at the same time, it's like I kind of think like the bull is out the chute, or what do they say the term when like it's like, okay, at the minute, like if I'm gonna get like a blonde weave or blonde dreadlocks, sewn into my hair, like it's everything's open at that point.
Well,
You kinda
who owns blonde
Right.
hair? Like, white people don't own that trait.
No.
There are black
People,
Africans
right, with blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
who've
There
Right.
grown that, but
Yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
it sewn in. That's
Right.
what I'm
But
saying.
white people also sew in hair. Kim Kardashian and Kylie
That's
and the whole clan.
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what do you
true.
call it?
Yeah.
The box is out the box. The bull is out the chute. Everything goes
Right.
these days. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. So anyway, to revisit blackfishing, we had this IG model. We're gonna throw it to her in a second.
Right.
Her name is Emma Hallberg. We talked about. She was one of the main IG models, and one of the things that's problematic is that not only do we debate whether it's too close to blackface, but a lot of them are monetizing their IG from it, getting likes, getting sponsors, pitching stuff. So this is her IG. And of course, she caught the backlash because she was the
Right.
biggest one. So once we go to her stories, we're going to see her response to the backlash and, her excuse. And, I guess, we could take it from there. I'd love to hear you guys' take on that.
All right, let's go.
All right. I think it's that
Yeah, let me explain in the
Oh,
story.
she
in
looks
the
like a
story.
Becky right here.
No, that's,
No,
that's somebody else.
somebody else. If you
okay.
go to her stories.
Oh, I know that ain't her.
The Let Me Explain. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one right there.
So do you want to read it?
Yeah, so, okay, your first one says, Let Me Explain. Before I explain all of this, that happened to be going on these last few days. Thank you for making it bigger. Okay, yeah, it's just going. So pretty much, can you just explain what she's saying in this? Because
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, she's saying that she never did it to try to act black. My family's somewhat ethnic. I forget apart from
she
Europe.
says
They
that,
said
right. She tans easily.
she
Her
tans
family
easy.
tans easily.
she already has
So do
curly
I.
hair.
Right. I don't. I wish I did.
Well, they call it. I don't know what they call that. It's like a dark European or a black European. There's a name for it.
It's a
whatever.
hard
Okay, but here's
pass.
the thing. She said, I took these pictures before or after I went on vacation. However, there were people who called her out because she was darker way before she went on vacation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I would have had more respect for her, not that I have any, if she would have been like, you guys, check this out. I am blackfishing. You caught me. I appreciate darker skin tones. I think it's so beautiful.
Right.
And this is what I want to do because I appreciate darker skin tones. It's kind of body dysmorphia. I understand that I got issues. I got problems. Let me work them out. I apologize to anyone I have offended. Rachel Dolezal is my inspiration and my role model in life. Because
There you go.
basically, that's what you are giving me, sis.
And the thing is, like, there's some woke white girls out there who have, like, names from ancient Kemen and Egyptian, and they'll have braids, and you'll see them at the African Fest and all that. I don't have a problem with that because they studied the culture. Like, if you're really into African history, if you're really into ancient Kemen, if you're really into black history, it's like anything else. It's like, I don't mind that white people.
You can appreciate a
appreciate
culture
it.
without
Yeah.
needing to completely assimilate into that culture. I appreciate Japanese culture, but you
Yeah.
don't see me walking around in their garbs and doing my hair like they are lightening my skin. There, you can have appreciation without appropriation. So I'm gonna pass on these woke white girls at these African festivals.
I'm just saying. I don't
So wait,
judge
so
because
do
we
you
are.
have a problem with white girls wearing braids?
And
If they call them cornrows and they understand the culture and they appreciate and think
They've done their due
right.
diligence about
They
the
have.
culture. If they were raised in the, like, you got white boy Crips who were raised in the hood. You know, that's just how they
What
brought
does
up.
that mean, being raised in the
That means
hood?
that was the
all
culture.
of a sudden makes you
No,
like
it
black
means
woke?
if everybody doesn't make you woke, but it means everybody around you was black. That's how you grew up. Everybody you went to
So,
school
right,
was black. It's
yeah.
elementary. So I'm saying if you come back legitimately and culturally,
Yeah.
like, I don't have a problem with Eminem.
Because you're a product of where you're
Eminem
raised.
came up doing rap battles in Detroit.
But Eminem doesn't give me I want to be a black guy.
Yeah.
Eminem gives
Right.
me white boy who likes to rap. Like, he doesn't like try to be anything but who he is, but he doesn't play into these stereotypes that I feel like these other white girls do.
But he's
and
Eminem.
that's the problem.
Okay, just to clarify, Eminem has done certain stuff, and that was Ja Rule's whole beef with him. But we're not going to go. But we don't have time for that. Let's go on to the next guy. Yeah.
Honey, because we can talk about it later.
Yeah. There's a guy, and I think I included a screen grab
Oh, wow.
of, and his name is Not Cat Art on IG. White dude, and you see that
There's a lot of bronzer
he
going
went
on.
from, obviously being, fair-skinned white person, putting on the heavy makeup, but, touching up his hair. And look, see, here's the thing where it gets foul. He's holding up like the Jack Daniels. So that's what it is, right? So black people, we hold up Jack Daniels
I
and
do like
guns and
Jack.
stuff.
But he looks-
See, that's the problem. That's
But
problematic
that's a
to me.
stereotype, though.
Exactly.
That's a
That's
stereotype.
problematic when you. We keep our voice down.
Yeah.
It's problematic to me when you start imitating like the worst of black stereotypes, because then it becomes caricature or cooning. That's what you're doing. It's like it's the worst expression of it to me.
Yeah.
That's my take.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to move on to Too Woke to Vote now.
Too woke to vote.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the woke sphere has been popping. We got our girl right here from Meet Your Ex from Fly Nubian Queen channel.
Nice.
And her blog.
Yes, girl.
And she, Meet-Ya had to kind of pull, Tiffany Haddish's coattails. We like Tiffany.
Do we?
See, I'm not the only
We
one
were
to
talking
question.
about it. We were talking about it right before we went on.
Okay,
How
and
she
they were looking
agrees
at me
with you.
crazy last time.
Yeah.
I just gave a little critique. I like Tiffany, but she's been very one-dimensional.
That's
she
what she
always
said.
plays the ratchet girl. She's always like cabbage patching and dancing and
Ain't
everything.
she?
That's what she does.
Whoop-de-wooing.
No, so it's like
Okay.
become a three-dimensional actor. Don't become one-dimensional and get in that pigeonholed.
But it's a hustle. She's
It's a
getting,
hustle.
she's getting her
Exactly.
check. Yeah.
Because if you want me to do some cooning, honey, I'll be right up there.
Okay. I didn't mean it like that, but I got you. I got you.
Well, and let me get to let's roll
Right,
the
but
clip.
let's
see
roll
what Michi X has to say.
Wait,
There's a
but
couple parts
do you
to
need
it.
to set it up as to what she's talking about?
Oh, she's talking about Tiffany Haddish. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany Haddish recently did a Waffle House commercial, and those of you who have been paying attention, Waffle House has been having like these shootings. Black people getting hurt up there. The guy who stopped the racist shooter at Waffle House was a black guy, and then we got our homegirl Vicky Dillard, a black woman who was at the Waffle House. We're talking about the chain, the brand, and she went up to I guess the counter when she wanted to leave, took her stuff to go, and she's like, can I have some silverware to go, like some plastic forks or whatever? I'm gonna wrap it up to go. And they said, well, no, you gotta pay. And she's like, I come here all the time. Last time you guys gave it to me for free, and they were like, no, we gotta charge you
Wait,
for
she had to pay for silverware?
Yeah.
Is that?
the plastic to go
Some
silverware.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, so classic case how something we think is so innocent can get escalated. And let me tell you how escalated it got. They called the police on her.
Okay.
The cops came in, choked her out,
Ooh.
dragged her from her chair, and they had, like, when they're pulling her out, they had her shirt up and her breasts were showing.
For
So
some
it's very
silverware for some
and
plastic
it was really like
silverware.
it was really like undignified the way we did her. I believe her name is Vicky Dillard.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's been a protest about it. I don't even eat there anyway, but there's been a protest about it.
Yeah.
Ever since then, and so. The woke perspective is that obviously, the corporation that owns it said, let's find a popular black person, to get us out of this PR nightmare and kind of set things right.
Sounds
Hey,
about
Tiffany Haddish. And Tiffany Haddish, like she said, she took the bag, as most people would. So let's run the clip.
Okay, let's run the clip.
Sister to know, I want Tiffany Haddish to know that her eating at Waffle House is not funny. Somebody said, well, what do you mean her eating at Waffle House is not funny? In case you don't know what's been happening with Waffle House, there is still a persistent boycott that is taking place
Take a breath, honey.
concerning Waffle House.
There we go.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
Tell me.
Because Waffle House family sexually assaulted a black queen.
It was actually a cop
Thank those
that
of
did
you
it.
who are tuning in now. Again, I'm Sister Vicky Dillard, a commentator and a
Yeah.
contributor
Plug.
right here on
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
that's why I was like, maybe we could skip past that.
I
Like,
will say
Subscribe.
that
Make sure you hit
it's
that button.
really interesting that this had to escalate, and I'm just going to play devil's advocate. If that was me in that situation, I would just leave.
Right.
Like, I know that people are like, well, it's just silverware. Well, if it's just silver, just leave.
Just leave.
Like, just leave. Like, it's not... At the end of the day, I really feel like you would make more of a difference if you just left in those ugly situations because
Right.
they want you to act out.
Right.
They want you to be that aggressive black woman. They want you to act out these specific stereotypes so they can call the police because they know that the police don't care about black, brown women.
All you got to do nowadays is put it on your phone
Yeah.
and put it up on Twitter. Videotape it
Exactly.
on Twitter. Let Twitter do the rest of it.
And they-
Exactly.
and
Because
they-
black
Twitter
Twitter will
will do
come
it.
to your defense.
But let's
okay?
talk about also the human factor. People say that about
That's
black
true.
men,
Right.
you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Don't, mouth off at a cop. I don't mouth off to the cops per usual, but if you catch somebody on a bad day,
Yeah.
long day at work, and they pulled you over for something unfair, that
As
you
a
know
black
that you
man,
didn't get pulled
as a
over.
black man getting pulled over, you can't have a bad day. You got to fix your face,
But can
like your
but let
mama
me-
said,
but let-
fix
can
your
I
face.
get to the human factor? Can
Okay,
I, okay,
yes,
it's all
ma'am.
about being disciplined and composed and, de-escalating. I'm all for that. But you
Right.
don't always have the presence of mind. It's kind of like when Serena blew up on the refs.
Right.
And I was down for it because, okay, yeah, she has a right to be human. Yes, black people, she's a black woman. She can't be angry sometimes. No, anger is a normal human emotion.
Yeah.
So I feel like it sucks that black people don't have the luxury to just be human sometimes.
That's true.
So
Yes.
that's anyway.
That was a good example.
Yeah.
to pull up, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, we're moving on to our last thing. This is our viral moment of the week with Miss Iggy Azalea. So,
Oh, eggs.
eggs.
Speaking of cultural appropriation, sips tea.
All right, so Cardi B dropped her fashion line with Fashion Nova this last week, and there was a huge rollout party here in Hollywood. Lots of celebrities were there. Iggy Azalea was there, and so was the Cash Me Outside girl.
How about that? How
This
about
bad baby now.
that?
She's a
Oh,
rapper
Bad Baby.
now.
That's right. That's right. So this is what happened. Let's roll that. I don't know if we got sound, but pretty much she
gosh.
throws a drink at Miss Iggy Azalea.
I love Iggy's response. She was just like, listen, I'm not about to feed into this little girl's like behavior. Like, you are 15 years old. I am
Right.
a grown woman. I'm not about to be tussling around on no nasty club dance floor for some views and some likes. Like, this just not gonna happen.
I'm sorry, guys. This is the first time I've seen it on my little phone, but this is the first time I've seen it on the big monitor. Jonathan, can we roll that again? Can we roll the footages again or something?
The
footages, yeah.
All right.
But well, besides that, I heard about it immediately, and that's when
Yeah.
I emailed you. I was like, we were going back and forth on stories. I was like, didn't Raylan go to that that party?
Yeah.
Did you talk to her?
I did, and she was like, "Yeah, that happened." that
Well,
happened.
she got to talk about it
She's
next
like,
week.
"There's a whole lot that happened at that party."
Yeah.
So yeah, next week she'll have to give us the tea. For
I mean,
sure.
how do you guys feel about her being 15 years old and really getting her rise to stardom because she
Right.
was
What is she doing at a club at 15?
That's what. Why did
You were
Fashion
not-
Nova even invite her?
Exactly.
She's 15. Don't you have school?
No, she don't go to school.
I'm so confused.
And let me-
like,
but let me
How
tell
are
you-
you getting into the club? How is security letting you
If
into
you're
the
a
club
celebrity,
Yeah.
at 15?
Plenty of underage
Right, they
celebrities.
do.
I've been going to clubs since I was 15.
Right.
And, you're not supposed to, but if they want you there.
But here's the thing: she's a influencer, I guess you could say. She's going to be posting things on social media,
hits, likes, traffic.
right?
Yeah.
But you could also, I would assume, get your liquor license revoked,
Yeah,
right?
that's not
Because what was in the
That's not
cup?
working.
What did you throw? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It wasn't water.
It wasn't water.
I like the way Iggy slid that in. Okay, yeah, here's the
All right,
footages
let's-
again. Let's check this out. No
It keeps
problem.
lagging. Well, you know what? We'll hear all about it next week. So we got to wrap it up. All right, where can the good people find you guys?
Everybody, your boy LG. You can find me on Twitter at Jamaica House Doc. But I'm up on IG now, so I want you guys to also find me there.
Slide into his DMs.
Or just say hey, you like the show. Alg_ Jamaica House Film. Alg_ Jamaica House Film.
All right.
And everyone can find me at Ashley Gray TV.
And you guys can find me on all the interwebs at Alina Vision. That does it for us this week. For Black Twitter, check us out next week. Bye.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.